of God. You were a voice of God.
I wouldn't say I was the voice of God. I characterized the voice of God in a very innovative audio Bible project by Zondervan,
Right.
and some of the finest producers, engineers, and actors, and athletes, and clergy drawn across the African American community.
Right.
And it was, I wouldn't say benevolent, but gracious of them to consider Africa in the cast. And
Why do you think they chose you?
I think they wanted something that characterized God in a global sense, that went beyond the typical American accent or typical American flavor. The marketing director for Inspired By, which was the partner with Zondervan, had heard me speak at Megafest on Bishop Jakes' platform at the Georgia Dome. And she called me up and said, "We've been trying to get you for quite a while. Where have you been? We need you to take a part in the Bible Experience." And so I flew out to Hollywood, and my character was Nahum. Halfway through characterizing Nahum, I noticed the whole crew, the producers, the executive producers, the Zondervan senior principals, showed up in the back of the studio, and they asked me to come and chat with them. And they said, "Your voice is too good to be Nahum. We need you to come back if you can find the time to be the voice of God." And I said, "I'll think about it. My schedule is very, very busy." Just to add some value. Just to add some value. And the rest is history. We were able to find some time in my schedule. It was meant to be a 6-week production, but we did it in 13 days, 13 hours every day. Literally just reading script, getting ready to really feel God's mood in each of the different scenarios in which he spoke. It was this much paperwork to get through. It was fun because you're acting against the cream of Hollywood, which was exciting.
Like who?
Denzel Washington, Blair Underwood, Cuba Gooding Jr., Samuel L. Jackson. Then, of course, it was a thrill to act against people like Bishop Jakes, who was my Abraham.
Really?
And everybody who's anybody, Jackie McCullough, Marvin Winans, C.C. Winans, everybody who's anybody was in there. Robbie Reed cast at least 300 people into the whole setup for Bible Express, Old Testament. Old Testament.
Fantastic.
And it'll be available in Nigeria by the end of November. I'm hoping to have them available for the public by about the 30th of November.
Incredible. I'd like to listen to that. I mean, what it said is so true. I mean, I could sit down and just listen to your voice.
You're kind.
Seriously. I mean, I could sit down and just listen to your voice. And this, of course, must have helped in your ministry. You know, I mean, everybody's always talking about you being superstar-like, that you do have that persona. Do you think that people are created, you know, given those gifts, for example, for example, do you think you were given this gift of your voice and your charisma?
I think absolutely everybody is uniquely gifted. And just because you're gifted doesn't mean you will take your gift to where it can go. You must pay attention to developing your gift, the gifts that God has given you. I never particularly paid any attention to developing a voice quality. I think I just prayed a lot. There was a time where I prayed for at least 12 hours a day, and I'd pray sometimes at the top of my voice, sometimes at a whisper. And over a period of time, I think it developed and strengthened my voice cords. I'm a bit croaky. I wouldn't consider my voice to be anything to write home about. But I think it has a few baritones.
I'm a supermodel. I know I'm skinny and, you know, I'm not so beautiful, but I just manage. Go on.
You're bad. You're very bad.